Hi, welcome to Free Spirit and welcome to the Akashic Records check-in reading for September. So I just did the quantum energy reading for September and it was just amazing and actually was underscoring everything I've been getting spirit message-wise and spirit reading-wise. I've been posting to the channel that we are so tapped into our higher selves, and to really do that consciously, almost every action you do and reaction you do, you want to be as in tune to your higher self as possible, because it's part of the creations and the co-creations, recreations that we're doing with the more divine ingredients, more divine parts of ourselves being poured into things. You want to be really clear. You want to come from a real divine heart, because it's this divine heart, literally got even an explanation mark. It is leading to the increase. It's leading to the growth. It's leading to all the divine ideas, staying divinely inspired and following your divine heart and pouring that into things. It is the divine ingredients stepping up fully. When they say rise up in the fullness of all you are and pour yourself out, it is no joke, because it is really creating a whole new cycle of increase, changing everything of the status quo, bringing it to new beginnings and a cycle of increase. And we are so backed. We're so backed. We're getting divine ideas. We're getting divinely inspired. We've gotten totally cleared out for this. We're rising up in the fullness of all we are, and to be bold with this and to go forward, and it is creating the new abundance for us all, really, in how we are all individually pouring this out. I want to tap into the Akashic Records, because it's like a whole real power wave, and they've been talking about this for a while, a divine power wave. And believe me, we are all riding this divine power wave, because we are all little specks of that divine power wave. I picture a wave, we're all a little speck of the wave. Whatever we're doing, whatever we're pouring ourselves into, it is the divine power wave that we're coming forward with more parts of our higher self and using that and pouring ourselves into things. It's creations, co-creations, recreations, and it's creating a whole new cycle of increase. It's really delicious what came out in the quantum energy, and it also underscored even the direct messages that I was posting to the channel, the one about tune into your higher self for all your actions and reactions right now. You want to be tapped into infinite ideas. You want to keep being inspired. Also, they were saying, go with the flow. You know, there are going to be up days, down days, days high energy, low energy. It's like you have faith and trust. It's all divine flow. It's all divine current. You know, you ride the current. You're like a high priestess at work, so you know when to act, when to not act, when to spring into activity, and when to chill out. It's a lot of that, but that's all about us again being more linked to our higher self. And they kept on saying over and over, and I couldn't believe it came out in the quantum energy, literally the card higher self. I mean, so being in touch with your higher self, really tuning into your higher self. We've all been forced to tap in more fully to our higher self, bringing more of our higher self into our everyday actions, into our everyday reactions, into our creations, into how we're greeting the people in our lives, what we're doing, our work. It's part of the divine ingredients. It's part of making this world better and brighter and lighter right now, is really bringing more of our higher self into things. So now let's tap into the Akashic Records, because I am so curious tapping into the Akashic Records. But as you can tell, it's been recurring messages over and over. So for September, the Akashic Records, I am really curious as to how they're going to spell it out. So we'll tap into the Akashic Records, and then I'll also read you from the guidebooks to get the expanded, okay, they're ready, the expanded meaning. Oops, for the Akashic Records for September. Very clear messages for all of us for tapping into the Akashic Records, the collective, for September. Oh gosh, that went out right away. Oh, yeah, the Buddha prepares. Yes, the Buddha prepares. Yes. Can you feel that card even before I even read it? The Buddha prepares. Yes. What peace that evokes right now, right? Already. Yes, we're going to get keys. Of course, we're going to get keys. We're going to get the treasure. We're going to get the muse. First of all, the Buddha prepares and the muse are both major arcana. So right away, I can say that this is a very important time that we're going into September. The quantum energy reading was all about, it was a tremendous cycle. So much that it was so much of a great cycle. We had 3 cycle cards, 1, 2, 3. It was like a whole new beginning and shift to the status quo that was creating a new wave of increase. And it was all from our creations. And here we almost have the same thing, right? Because the muse is all about creations. But let's get right into it, because this is I'm just blown away by everything I'm doing. If you look at my channel, everything is repeating, explanation marks. It's almost like they want it to be so clear. Whenever you have that, even in your own personal life, I want to say Spirit is constantly confirming, reconfirming, confirming again, because they do want it to be clear, right? They do want it to be in the forefront of our minds and hearts. So we have the Buddha prepares. Upright, the Buddha sits meditating. The hills in the background are dotted with other people meditating and patiently waiting for him to speak, but he won't move a muscle until he's ready. So this card shows it's a time of inner preparation before action. Before you can reach outside yourself, you must reach within to find your power, your purpose, your direction. So this period may feel a little like waiting, and it appears so in your external life because some points of action seem to be at a standstill. Really, though, you're just taking the time that you require to prepare and to truly step into your power. Don't be in a hurry. Like I said about divine timing, the time to act is coming, and when it's here, your strength will be absolute. And the Akashic forces, close your eyes and reach to the Buddha within. Feel the peace and easy understanding that there is a time to every purpose under heaven. Feel your own sense of purpose stirring softly within you. Soon you will be ready to serve. So this is all what I was saying in the beginning about this divine timing. It's almost like you're the high priestess at work, but here in this card, I always say the high priestess at work, and this card is the Buddha. You have peace and faith and trust, and you're calm and peaceful because you know everything is in divine flow. You're in divine flow. You know you're waiting for the perfect, precise moment, and whatever you do, the moment you act will be within perfect divine timing. So there's great peace, there's great faith, great trust, great peace, and you're completely divinely linked. And so I keep on referring to all of you as the high priestess at work. This is very much illustrated in this major arcana that Buddhist prepares. You're fine with divine timing, the divine flow of things. You're feeling when to act, when not to act, and you're completely at peace with that. And with that, we have the Two of Keys, which is the treasure. And in another reading I just recently did, I think it came on the Goddess on the Go reading recently, that they were giving you the key to all. They gave you the key. It was the hand, you hold the key, was literally the card that came out. Here we have the treasure and the Two of Keys. A man looks dejectedly at a smashed treasure chest in a room that obviously has been robbed, and behind him a stream of light shines from below the lid of an unbroken chest that rests on a small table, the only piece of furniture in the room that has not been touched. This card represents a great loss or a disappointment in your life. It could be a loss of a job or an opportunity. But remember, this phase is temporary. It may take some time and effort to rally your forces, but there is a great treasure within you that is always available. And the little chest represents that part of you. That part of you is what they're saying. There's a part of you that is filled with light. It is not vulnerable, and it can never be lost or damaged. When you focus on what's wrong or what's lacking, it perpetuates your sense of emptiness and victimization. So don't let yourself get lost in your loss. Open the lid to your light and let it illuminate your way. There are other opportunities and greater wealth waiting for you to discover. And the Akashic forces, close your eyes and feel the treasure inside you. There is a golden light there that flows through your entire whole body and into the air around you. And this is your boundless and abundant light, and it acts as a beacon to the world. And so what they were saying is the treasure is you. And in the other reading, it came out, we are tapping into our higher self and shining that out. So despite any losses and disappointments, which obviously we all have had during this time, focus on the light that is within you. That is a treasure that nobody can take, and you are to remind yourself of that and outpour that out. And believe me, that is the true treasure that can always create more. And with that, when you illuminate yourself, go within and outpour, open up that box, tune into your higher self, you are unlocking the muse. And the muse is the creative part of you, of your divine heart, your divine connection to infinite ideas. I can tell you right now. So it may be apparent that there are some losses. Everybody's been suffering all around, but we can unlock, we have the key to unlock all our potential here, and we have the muse. And the muse, I will tell you right now, this is major arcana, so this is really important. And the muse is when you are divinely connected to infinite ideas, pretty much. Because the muse plays a song of upliftment and imagination. And the petals of inspiration drift upon the wind, and they fill the air with light and creativity. And this card shows it's a time of heightened resourcefulness and inventiveness. Any creative project, new or old, can receive exceptional energy right now, both from you and from the universe. So call to the spirit muses and let them join you and the creator within to lift your project to the skies. And it's all about you tap in, you have infinite possibilities, infinite ideas. So even if there's been losses or the world does not seem abundant right now because so much is shifting or changing or feels like losses, you know that, first of all, you have complete trust and faith. You're one with divine, and you are at peace and have full faith here. The Buddha is the element of peace and trust and connection. And here it was like you have the treasure. You are the treasure, not what looking over here, what's spilt over, what's missing, what left. No, you actually are the treasure. And what is inside you, your divine heart and soul, and you have the creativity of the divine muse practically, with infinite ideas, infinite possibilities, infinite ways to go, infinite new projects, infinite, and to tap into this. And the Akashic forces, close your eyes and touch in with the force of inspiration and pure potential. A swirl of music, beauty, movement, imagination flow through you and around you, and you can give birth to any possibility. Feel this power of creation now. So they want you to tap into the literal power of creation. Literally. And so you are the treasure. You are connected to infinite ideas and creation, and to always feel very powerful. They're actually asking you to step more fully into this because we're part of the divine creation and co-creation right now. In September especially, it's coming up in every reading. So no matter what's going on here, you have to be at peace like the Buddha. Deep peace, I mean radical peace. And they even made me post that spirit message, practice radical peace. I have chills again. They made me post practice radical peace. We have to be like the Buddha, literally, no matter what's going on in the world, radical peace. And then, no matter what losses or what it appears with our physical eyes and ears, we realize we are the treasure, forever connected with divine creativity, potential, unlimited. And we're going forth to create new creations, co-creations, all through September. So that's where our power lies, to remember we are the treasure. Tap into your higher self. Now we're getting, oh my God, we're getting so much now. Yeah. Oh, there's so much going on here. I don't know if they wanted this out or not. Should I do it? Okay. We have summer, winter, 5 of forces, another major arcana, and another major arcana. When I said there's a whole new cycle coming on here, it's a big cycle in September. For the quantum energy, we had 1, 2, 3 cycle, meaning there's divine order to all of this chaos. There's divine order of increase, actually. So summer, winter, 5 of forces. Let's get right into it. Excuse if you can hear music blasting. It's my neighbors in the background. Otherwise, but this is, okay, summer, winter. Let's say this seasonal cycle card reveals how best to spend your energy at this time. The beautiful sunlit sky of summer overlooks farmers working hard on growing their crops. Summer is a yang time of great activity, so this is your notice to get going, okay? Action is an important part of the cycle, and it could take many forms. There may be something you can do to accelerate your professional life. This may also be the perfect time to take steps towards your personal goals. Whatever it is, you might have to reflect on what actions you need to take. But this cycle is a perfect time to create a smiling, self-loving energy and project it outward for the world to see. This card is telling you to consider what needs to be done and then go for it. Also, don't be surprised if a trip is coming your way, which I think it's just sudden movement, but this card implies movement of some kind, so get ready. And the Akashic Force is saying, close your eyes and with a deep breath, fill yourself with the calm and receptive energy, which is the Buddha prepares, right? It's calm, it's at peace. And sense what situation in your life requires a peaceful yielding now, which would be like the Buddha. And then take another deep breath, exhale the yin, and then inhale the yang, and feel creative and powerful energy fill you, which would be this energy. So it's going forward with either creative, active energy, or knowing when you just need to be at peace, more like the Buddha. And just like I said with the divine timing, if you're a high priestess at work, very in tune, you know when you need to be like the Buddha, just at peace and quiet, preparing, or just quiet and at peace, and then you know when to move into action. And so here it says, when do you want to apply speed and action, and when do you need to rest? So then you know the times. And here for this one, initiation and the Count Saint Germain. This is going to be really good. Hold on a second. Now I'm running out of juice. But this is going to be a really powerful cycle right now. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Hold on a second. I can hear my neighbors blasting their music, and it was right when I got the muse, so let's see. Okay. Don't get deterred or distracted on your journey, I just want to say. Okay, so we have the initiation and the Count Saint Germain here, another major arcana. There is a lot going on with it's a huge new cycle. I can't say that enough of what's happening here in every reading that we get. So here, the initiation of the Count Saint Germain, this is all about standing among the pillars here within a beautiful temple. The ascended master, Count Saint Germain, sends his light and energy to the four-robed people who stand before him. It is time for their initiation. And this card represents your initiation. It is much more than a change or even a transformation. It is nothing less than your movement, you're not going to believe this, into higher revelations of power, insight, and achievement, and the time is now. This is exactly what I got in the quantum energy. I'm telling you, we are so tapped into our higher selves. We are being called on to be tapped into our higher selves and pouring that out for the creations and recreations and co-creations right now. That is the treasure that's here. That is why we have to ebb and flow with divine timing and know that the divine time is now. Stand in your present power and tap into your higher self. Because here is Ascended Master Count Saint Germain saying it is your initiation. It is much more than a change. It is much more than a transformation. It is nothing less than your movement into higher revelations of power, insight, and achievement, and the time is now. So this is what's happening in September. This is what I was talking about. We're tapping into higher parts of ourselves, our higher self, for our actions and reactions. And it's also part of the divine creations that they're asking us as the muse to tap in and actually co-create, recreate, and do right now for a new cycle of increase. We're co-creating the miracles here. So you have to be tapped into your higher self, feel inspired, listen to your intuition, follow through, rise up in the fullness of all you are and pour that out. Some lower vibration relationships, jobs, activities may be required in order to lift you to the new heights and power that await you. Oh, there's a loss of those. So you may lose some lower vibration relationships, jobs, activities. It's all required in order to lift you to the new heights and the new power that await you. Your initiation can be aided by meditation and study, as well as by connecting to the ascended masters with whom you have worked for centuries upon centuries. Know that you have shared purposes and activities with the masters, even if you aren't certain of what they are yet. The disciples you create now during your initiation and the work you do with the masters will lift your service to the world and to all humankind. That's why it's so important. It's for you, it's for others. Whatever you're doing makes a difference, and whatever you're doing for work or personal, it makes a difference. This is a time of enormous uplifting, first in your energy and evolution, and then in your manifest outer reality. The power that you hold within will impact every part of your life. So you're being initiated right now. Close your eyes and see yourself on the path of your initiation with the Count Saint Germain beside you. Feel your energy and receptivity heighten as your vibration quickens, realizing there are no limits or hindrances. What's next for you? And that's what they're saying. Rise up in the fullness of all you are. You're being initiated right now to go forward, because You are needed right now in these co-creations, recreations, and that is it. And we have another major arcana, the number 1, Oracle of Delphi, okay? So this is really major what's happening here. I don't even have the words to really describe what I'm getting. Of how important this is, that we stay rising up to the fullness of all we are, and also to our higher self. It's all about being initiated to stand in the fullness in our higher self with all we do. At this time, the Oracle of Delphi, the priestess of Delphi sits upon a high 3-legged seat. Steam gently rises from a small fissure in the ground. Nearby, a robed priest prepares to write upon an open scroll. Okay, psychically receives the perceptions from Apollo. It is the priest who interprets her pronouncements. In this, we see the 2 important keys in psychic experience: perception and interpretation. Okay, so when you receive this card, you're in a time of great insight and psychic power. What did I say? You're the high priestess at work, over and over. Even if you don't recognize it yet, it lies very close to your consciousness, because you have used this gift in so many past lives. You may get images or feelings without knowing how to interpret them. Take notes as you practice both your psychic perceptions and their interpretations. Just as they gave the Oracle of Delphi a profound awareness, your psychic perceptions and their interpretations give you a powerful insight and Akashic vision of the world. And the Akashic forces, close your eyes and go within. Feel your psychic energy growing, expanding upward from the very depths of your being. And now notice the first thing you sense. Listen, our psychic abilities are off the charts. They kept on saying our clear abilities have only gotten more clear. It is for us to rise up in the fullness of all we are, to link to our higher selves and link with the divine wisdom and knowledge that we are being given right now. Because these are all major arcanas. We need to create and co-create the new right now. We also have to say these are all the major arcanas. You are the Buddha, at peace, profound peace, radical peace, connected to divine guidance. Your soul is at peace because you're tapped into your higher self and those of masters, and that is where your peace is coming from and where you're staying tapped into your higher self. You are completely psychic. I keep calling you the high priestess at work. You keep getting all this psychic downloads, and that's what you're going by, your psychic senses. You're not going by your physical ears and sights right now. That's not how we're navigating this world. No. We're tapped into the infinite. We're getting infinite ideas, creations, ways to go. We are the muse. We're tapped into infinite ideas and creations, recreations, co-creations. We're so creative, and we're going forth and we're pouring this out into the world. And that is what they want us to step forward. These are 4 major arcanas for September going forth, and they want you to know the force is action, like this, right? So now you do the action, and also you know that no matter what it looks like physically around, where there's been losses, things built over, things missing, whatever, taken away, you are the treasure. You are the treasure. You are illuminated. Open up the box. It's in you. It's not here. You are the treasure. This also reminds me of the Goddess on the Go reading. They ended it with, you are the gift. You are a gift. You have to know that we are to remain as tapped into our higher selves as possible. You are the Buddha prepares, like at peace, radical peace, no matter what. You have been rising up in the fullness of all you are, tapped in with the Akashic records, but also the masters. You are incredibly psychic. You're getting downloads, and you're being used as a muse, like almost co-creating, recreating for those divine ideas. Action, and you are the treasure. You are the treasure. You are the treasure. Nothing's missing. And just like in the quantum energy reading for September, it was in chronicle order, 1, 2, 3, the cycle itself of increase and growth right now was also in divine order. It was all in divine order. And no matter how crazy it looks like, and we know that because we are the Buddha, we're at profound peace. We're tapped into all our psychic abilities. We're very highly connected here. Rise up in your higher self. And it's going to be these creations and divine ideas that we're getting, but I also feel it's our connection that's getting us through here, and take action and know you are the treasure no matter what it looks like around. Yeah, this is really, I mean, I could go on for days, because this is what's happening is it's repeating and repeating and repeating and repeating. It's all about being tapped into your higher self, going with the flow of divine timing, knowing there is divine timing, divine order, where the Buddha, it's almost that, what I like to say, all encompassing, you're the high priestess at work. So you know you're getting these downloads, you're psychically using all your clear abilities to make sense of how to navigate this world, stay connected, get your divine ideas, know when it's divine time to act, when it's not, when you're like the Buddha, just sitting there in peace and faith and trust when it's not time to act. But then you're divinely connected so profoundly with ascended masters, and you've been initiated, you've risen in the fullness of all you are. You're more of your higher self, even on earth. You're risen in the fullness of all you are, more tapped into your higher self. You have profound download psychic abilities, and that's giving you divine ideas. You're like the muse. You can get new ways to go, creative ideas, and tap into that divine infinite ideas. Then this is all about action, positive action, and you are the treasure. It doesn't matter the physicality of what's spilt over, what's missing or seems missing. They're saying you're the treasure. Tap within. You are the illumination. You have the key. You are tapped into all the majors behind here. That's the secret. Where you think everything out here is what's important, if you're just left standing, you're the treasure with all these majors behind it, and it's time to act with that. That's what's growing the new harvest. That's what we're all rising up to do right now. That's the planting of the creations, co-creations, recreations right now. I'm just so clear. I have no words for it anymore. So this has been the Akashic Records reading for September. If you haven't seen the quantum energy reading for September, it will be no surprise. It's just different cards, similar message. Stay so tapped in, and you're like the high priestess at work. Beautiful, beautiful reading. Have a great September. Bye-bye.